Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Are we live? I hope we're live. It says we're live. It's been a while since I've done this. I feel horrifically out of practice, but that's okay. How are we all doing? It's so nice to be back. We've just missed a departure of a 747 out of here, by the way. That was a bit sad. Literally just before I went live, it kind of took off, but hey ho. So we're here at East Midlands, and we're taking the 777 freighter up to Edinburgh. Quite a short flight, but I wanted something short and sweet tonight. See how we do for time. Might be able to come back. And yeah, I didn't really want to be stuck in cruise for like 3 hours. So that's all good. Happy New Year to all. Anyway, Oxley, there you go. Happy New Year to you indeed. Who else have we got in? We've got Flaming. We've got Dirkster. Wasp, of course. Phillips in. Hey, Twitch chat's lighting up. Damn, look at that. Look at that. What are we flying today? We are flying the PMDG 777 freighter. So we're in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Because, of course, PMDG is not in 2024 yet. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with 2020. Nothing wrong with 2020. I kind of feel like I need to be a bit careful of all of a sudden being like, ugh, 2020. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great. So, yeah, good. Happy New Year to you, was it? Can I fly the 737? Bro, please. Yeah, I mean, we fly it a lot. Not this time, though, obviously, because we're in the 777. We do have the Air 737 freighter now, though, so that's cool. Liveries are available on the website if you're interested, airnot.co.uk. Yeah, it'd be nice to do some cargo liveries some cargo flights in the 737 cargo from PMDG. Is it on VATSIM? Yes, it is. You got Flight Sim 2020 for Christmas. Nice one, Ryan. English Plane Spotter. Nice to see you again. Quite fitting since the Emirates A350 just landed there. Landed where, Plane Spotter? East Midlands. Didn't know that. Yeah, I feel really rusty. I mean, I haven't really done a lot on the channel. Obviously, we did that FSI panel giveaway just before Christmas, but oh, Edinburgh. Okay. But yeah, I feel like I haven't really done a lot. I really no, we're not switching over to the 737, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, I feel really rusty. I haven't been on VATSIM for some time. I got super sick before Christmas, like from pretty much the 15th or the 16th. I was just completely ruined. Got better in time for Christmas, thankfully, and now the outlaws have headed home. We now have the house to ourselves. I can get out here and do some streaming, which is very nice. I've missed it. I really have missed it. Like the other day, a couple of nights ago, I was just getting really twitchy, just like, oh, I just want to go out and fly. And I was going to do last night, except GSX completely ruined itself, so I had to spend the whole night until about 11 PM debugging that, so that's cool. But never mind. Anyway, we need to get inside and get our 777 warmed up. I need to get warmed up as well in terms of flying, because trust me, it's not good right now. Many mistakes will be made. So, battery on. Let's get the external powers on and get the Adirus on. Amazon Prime there. God bless them. We like a bit of Prime. Right, EFB, let's get our flight plan from SimBrief. That's all good. So I'm going to use the call sign Airnot Cargo today. Still using our X-Ray November Oscar call sign that we normally use. But yeah, we'll be using Airnot Cargo. So that's cool. Happy days. I do have a little bit of a checklist here for the 777 because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It really has. So we can hopefully, when the plane starts to come to life, let's brighten these screens up a little bit. We should be able to get our FMC there in a moment when it all boots. Am I a pilot? No. Thankfully not. Most of all for any potential passengers. You've been doing lots of VAT USA. Going to be a culture shock when you eventually fly back. Always on CTAF and Lolicom. So everyone's in bed. I'll be rusty too. Yeah, I need to get over to the US, to be honest with you. I haven't never flown on VATSIM in the US, believe it or not. I've only ever done Europe. And I kind of want to break that this year. I feel like I avoid certain places because I kind of think like, well, it'd be lovely to fly there, but when I land, it's going to be a really, really tricky sort of taxi to the gate or something, and I'm just fed up of feeling that way, so I'm just going to do what I want from now on, fly where I want, and taxi instructions getting messed up, be damned. Alright, FMC, let's go pos init, so we'll get our GPS, pop that in there, EGNX for our airport, and we are at gate stand 74. And we'll just check all of these long lats, make sure they're reasonable, which they are. Oh, you're a 737 pilot. I see, that's why you love the 737. I love it too. It's like a favourite t-shirt. I really love flying it. It's definitely like a go-to for me, for sure. Definitely. Oxley got the Innie builds. Heathrow for Christmas. Very nice. Yeah, it's a good airport, that, isn't it? It is a good airport. Right, route request, sim brief. Set the payload. Set the fuel. Select the route. And we should be good. Hey, how you doing in Twitch chat? Nice to see you. Oh, you put it off too, was it? Not as bad as you think. Although it did feel my first few VATS in flight as a beginner, let things get on top of me. Yeah. It's easy to do though, isn't it? Alright, let's load in that route. Yeah, I mean, I haven't made like a VATSIM call in a long time. A long time. Right, we've got information Oscar on board for East Midlands, and the ATIS is saying runway 27 is in use. Okay, activate, execute that. That's good. Pop in runway 27 here. Sweet. That's the spirit, Oxley. That's the spirit. That's what we like. Right, where am I? Okay, over to Perfinite. And we'll click the 0 fuel weight, which should put the value in the scratch pad. Yes, it has. Just click that. And then we can accept that data. Then go to legs, route data. Yeah, and then we just go load. And hopefully this will... Yeah, you see all those little W's? That gives us wind information. So if we had to click on one there, we now get wind information for that waypoint, which is cool. Right, departures and arrivals. We should probably make a call, actually, to ground. We have ground and tower here at East Midlands. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So, what's the frequency? 121905. God, I feel so rusty. I'm going to make so many mistakes on this flight. It's going to be tragic. Happy days. Right, let's just do a quick radio check to East Midlands ground. Hey, there's a bus. Very cool scenery, this. I like it a lot. East Midlands ground, air not cargo 232, radio check.
Air not 232, readability is 5, how me?
Readability 5, thank you very much.
Not 323. Sorry, what was your original flight requested flight level?
That is a good question. I think maybe flight level 280. Let me check.
Yeah, sorry, if you can, because I got confused with another call sign. I accidentally put flight level 300 in yours. Just let me know what your flight plan says.
Roger, stand by. Alright, we now have a job to do. Okay, so SimBrief says initial altitude of flight level 240, but my OFP goes up to 280. East Midlands ground, NOC cargo 232. SimBrief is telling me initial altitude flight level 240, but reading the OFP it goes up to 280.
Flight level 280, yes, I've just changed that now. Thanks for that.
Cool, cool, cool. Big plane, short flight. Yeah, Norwegian. That's kind of what I like about this plane. It would feel wrong doing a flight this short in a passenger version of this plane. But cargo feels alright to me, to my mind. Feels alright. Alright, what is... Just looking at the ATIS. Trying to see what the QNH 1021. Get that dialed in now. Happy days. Yeah, looks like we've got the looks like we've got the same there, Philip. That's kind of unprofessional RT. It seemed alright to me.
And postman, sorry, Ford Express 524, request taxi please.
Ford Express 524, taxi on point Alpha 1, runway 27 via Juliet and Alpha, QNH 1021.
Cheers, Delta. Nice to see you again. Happy New Year, mate.
Alpha 1, runway 27 via Juliet and Alpha, QNH 1021, Ford Express 524.
Right, I suppose now I've made contact with ATC, I might as well get my clearance up to Edinburgh, hadn't I? You're the most professional streamer I know, so Oxley, you maybe want to check out some other streamers. Trust me, I'm not the most professional streamer out there. I feel like I'm the idiot of VATSIM most of the time, to be honest. That's alright, it's all a learning journey. East Midlands ground, NOC cargo 232, stand 74, information Oscar on board, aircraft type, Boeing 777 freighter, looking for clearance to Edinburgh, please.
NOC 232, Smith ground, hello again, you are cleared to Edinburgh, to Trent 2 November departure, squawk 7316. Information Oscar is correct.
Cleared to Edinburgh on the Trent 2 November departure, squawk 7316. Information Oscar is correct, NOC 232.
NOC 232, read back correct.
Beautiful. Okay, 7, 3, So I've got a bit of a tragic piece of news. I'm sat on about 90 quid's worth of Amazon vouchers that I got for Christmas. And I really wanted to get some of those Logitech radio panels, and they're out of stock, which is really annoying. Never mind. Right, are we on Exponder? Go standby for now. Would I recommend the PMDG 777 Freighter Delta? Yes, I absolutely would. Like I say, I feel like it gives you kind of poetic, creative license, whatever you want to call it, to kind of just fly wherever you want. Whereas if you're in a passenger version, like a 300ER, you know, Heathrow to Edinburgh feels a bit weird. I know it's a sim, and I know it's pretend, and I know you should be able to do whatever you want. It's your sim, it's virtual, and I do subscribe to that theory. Hence, I'm flying East Midlands to Edinburgh, which probably isn't very realistic in a 777, but I feel like the fact that we're hauling boxes, cargo has its own kind of set of rules. It kind of abides by a different rule book than passengers, because there's no way you're going to fill a 777 full of people from East Midlands to Edinburgh. But cargo, I feel like it's fair game. Oh, nice one, Mike. Glad you got it sorted, mate. Can I change the Amazon location and have it shipped from the... yeah, you're talking about the radio panels. I suppose I could. I don't know, actually, now you say that, Ian. Don't actually know. That's a good question. All right, Grey Shirt. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I could change the location to the US and order them that way. I guess I'd probably have to pay customs and stuff like that, though, when it gets to the UK, which might make it a bit annoying. It's annoying because those Logitech radio panels, they seem to appear and then disappear. Annoyingly, I could just ship them direct from Logitech and get them, but then it'd be like, well, I've still got those vouchers, which I kind of wanted to use. But whatever. Whatever. Right, Trent 2 November departure, runway 27, boff. Into Edinburgh, ILS 24, we think. Input 1 Echo. That may change en route, of course. That's alright. Right, back to my 777 checklist, because I'm not as familiar with this as I am with the 7.3, and I feel like it's been ages since I've done pretty much anything.
Border Express Flight 24, new QNH 1022.
1022, thanks, Flight 24.
Okay. Let's just go through the legs page, step through things here. So, out of East Midlands, there's Trent, up we go, top of climb, top of descent, in pip, and we'll vector ourselves, or we will be vectored by ATC into Edinburgh, runway 24. That looks good to me. Alright, let's get up top and let's do some stuff. So we need to do emergency lights, armed and guarded. Window heat, we'll get those on.
Border Express 524, contact East Midlands Tower 124.005, bye-bye.
And we'll do the right auto, pump onto auto. That'll give hydraulic pressure to the brake system. Let's do a cargo test. Happy days. Probably time we did a checklist, eh? Okay, oxygen. We're going to say that's fine. Set parking brakes. There we go. Why didn't PMDG just make a regular 777-200ER or LR? I think they are. I think they will. I'm definitely going to do a 200. I don't know. Whether it would be an ER or an LR. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, runway heading is 268. Beautiful, there we go. Oh, Mike, it's so different. It's so different. I remember going from Airbus to Boeing when the PMDG came out. I didn't have a clue. Did not have a clue. It's frightening, actually. I remember thinking, well, they're not that different. Bound to be reasonably similar. But no, turns out they were not. Okay, that checklist is all good. Oh, yeah, was the 7.5 is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the 7.6 to come, hopefully, as well. Happy days. Right, let's get the EFB over here. Let's go into our performance tool. So, runway 27, import from the aircraft. And we'll calculate that. 153, 155, 156. Sorry, my throat is not good today. So, flaps 5, takeoff rating TO2. So if we go to thrust limb, select TO2, back to takeoff, 149, 152, 157. We are a knot or two out there, aren't we? Why is that? 153, 155, 156. Why is that different then? Oh, I haven't done my select temp, have I? Which is 49. That's better. I'm still a knot or two out, isn't it? Near enough. Near enough. That'll do. Right, let's get the EFB back over here where it belongs. And our trim is going to be 475. Nice. We'll do 156 up here for the V2 speed. Trent 2 November has an initial, or an altitude limit I should say, of 6,000 feet, so we'll get that in there too. How are we looking on the checklist? It's all good, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. Done my takeoff briefing, that's all looking fine. What I want to do is quickly check the taxi route. So it's probably going to be Delta, then Alpha down to 27. Presumably joining at Alpha 1, or via Alpha 1. Probably not Whiskey 1. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I need to get my, I need to get a way of getting better charts on the screen for you. Is cargo part of day 1 on the 757 or later? I don't know actually, Mark. Don't know. Don't know. Sorry, Punch, not ignoring you. Just very bad at looking at Twitch chat and YouTube chat at the same time. Right, we've got 5 minutes till our off-block time. Otherwise, New Sky will fine us. So let's get the APU on. Is Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 worth it yet? It's getting there. For me, anyway. But the trouble is, I was having problems when other people weren't. And everyone was like, what's your problem? I was like, well, That's my problem. can't do this, I can't do that. So, it's a tricky one. I think for me, once PMDG get themselves over, then we'll be alright. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, I think, really. If I'm being completely honest. That's the point where I might consider uninstalling this, when I can hop into a 7.3, a 7.7. Obviously the Phoenix is there. GSX is there. VATSIM is there. More or less done, I would say, at that point. Do I own the Phoenix add-ons? Yeah, Delta do. Justin, I really like the Tobii Eye tracker. I like it a lot. Full disclosure, they did send me one. So whether that changes your opinion, I don't know. But I do really like it. I wouldn't want to be without it at this point. The most useful I find it, Justin, is when we're on the ground. Annoyingly, I've run out of USB ports because I've got another thing plugged in at the moment. So I've unplugged it for today, which I'm actually kicking myself for now. And I can't be bothered to change it right now at this point in the stream. However, on the ground, if you want to quickly sort of just check to the left or check to the right, it's worth its weight in gold. It really is. Eightball says Tobii Eye Tracker is one of the best add-ons I've done for simming. There you go. It's not just me. Not just me. Right, what's going on with this APU? Happy days. Okay, so we can turn off our external power. Now we're on APU. We'll go into the EFB. And we can release the ground power. Start the hydraulics, so we'll do C1, then C2. Then we do...
France, good day, the German Cargo 824, Taxiway Hotel.
German Cargo 824, Eastern ground hello, taxi stand 101 via Alpha, Juliet and Bravo.
Is that audio really loud?
Alpha, Juliet, Bravo, stand 101, the German Cargo 824.
Sweet. What am I doing now? Get those on. Let's get our fuel pumps on. I'd say seatbelt lights, but then we don't really have any passengers, do we? Let's get our transponder ready to exponder, and we'll see if we can get the show on the road. Happy days. Right, hopefully GSX will work for us now. Ice warning, do you want to do... No, we don't want to do that.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Yeah, Mike, that's probably not a bad idea.
Ready for pushback.
Yeah, let's get our beacon light on.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Do you have a little look outside?
Locking gear.
I possibly in an area that's too small for a 777? I feel like maybe I am.
Chevy 824, that's fine. 102 is good for me. Sorry, I can't see another aircraft. 102 is fine.
Static aircraft, maybe. Oh yeah, Philip, are you flying along today, Philip? I forgot you said about that. Ground Air 232 cargo stand 74, ready for push and start.
Air 232 stand 74. Your push and start is approved to face west.
Push and start approved, face west. Air 232, thanks. Right, so I'm facing south. Need to make sure I get this right. So I'm going to want to face to the right, aren't I? I want nose right, tail left.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Nose right, tail left. Oh, blimey. Wheel chocks.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Okie dokie. That is a fine looking aircraft, isn't it? Well remembered, Philip.
Cargo 824, thanks. Have a good evening.
Thanks for service. Good evening. Bye-bye.
That's a funny old push.
Set parking brakes.
Alright, left engine switch to start. This has got to be it, right? And then I guess we just add the fuel. I will switch to yoke cam. Hey Ralstormer, Happy New Year to you too. Alright, let's just get rid of GSX.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, auto brakes RTO. Is live weather on? Yes, it is.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Okay, engine number 2.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Check our flight controls. Check rudder. Hey, flight controls checked, ground equipment is clear. Happy days. Dare I say it, I think we are in a position to start our taxi. Ground Air 232 ready for taxi.
Air 232, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 27 by Uniform Alpha, QNH 1022.
Taxi via Alpha 1 to runway 27 via Uniform and Alpha QNH 1022. Should have did my call sign at the end of that.
Iberia 274 is smooth ground, hello. You are cleared to Lisbon, Dalgario. It's a Daventry 3 November departure, squawk 1253. Information after recovery.
Alright, are we ready? Should we go?
Iberia 274, you're cleared to Lisbon, Delgado. It's a Daventry 3 November departure, squawk 1253. Iberia 274, we back correct.
We need a tiller, don't we? Browstormer, I'll talk about that in a second. I'm actually using spad.next. Really wish I plugged in my eye tracker. It's not fun using this joystick. I wonder what frames we're getting actually now we're fired up. It's above 30, it's good enough. Without frame gen.
Iberia 274, just there. Iberia 274, just hold short to the push, I'll get you moving shortly.
Yeah, so what I would advise you guys do is check out a video on the channel that I did about spad.next. There's a piece of software, you need to buy it, but it will detect your throttle unit. If you unassign all of your controls in the sim and basically hand everything over to spad.next, you can download profiles that people have built online.
Not 232, contact Eastbourne Tower 124.005 over your flight.
Tower 124.005, thanks very much, Air Not 232.
Iberia 274, you push start as approved to face east. All stations, Eastbourne's ground is now closing. Say again, Eastbourne's ground is...
East Midlands Tower, Air Not Cargo 232 with you on Alpha.
Air Not 232, good evening sir, hold short Alpha 1, I know we have one on 6 mile finals.
Hold short Alpha 1, traffic in sight, Air Not 232. How you going, Chelsea? You okay? Oh, you're on Xbox? Oh, okay. In which case, maybe check out my video for the 737 throttle setup. I did it ages ago with a view to doing it for the 737 PMDG, but it also works for the 777 as well. I think I updated the title to be like and 777 once it came out. No Delta, we've just started taxiing. Hope we get to see a landing at least, that's pretty cool. Is it not? Would it work for the default A321? No, but that's a lot simpler. I think you can do most of the work within the EFB of the plane for that. Alright, no way. Right, brakes on. Or takeoff is fine. Quite nice we've actually got a minute here to get ourselves set up.
Right, 66 Kilo, good evening.
Not a problem, we're quite happy here. Yeah, not too bad. God, I made a bit of a mess of this turn. Look at my wheels, look. My right wheels are right on the line. That shouldn't be the case. I need to get better at sorting these two. Sorting the taxi in this thing. Oh, no way, that's 3D print.
Papa Bravo, turn left on Alpha, hold short Alpha 4.
Alpha, draw Alpha 4, right there, 3 Papa Bravo.
Ryanair 66 Kilo, surface winds 240, take knots, runway 27, clear to land.
2737, Ryanair 66 Kilo.
Iberia 274, are you with me, sir?
Iberia 274,
Roger that, just calling, ready to taxi.
That will be February, I think, no way, assuming.
Ryanair 3 Papa Bravo, taxi to stand, actually, turn immediately, my bad, I'm giving you the wrong direction is there, right there on Tango if you can.
We'll try west turn right at Tango right there for you.
And stand 8.
Stand 8 right there for you, Papa Cross.
Oh, Parsnip, you there too?
Good evening, Tower Iberia 274, ready for taxi.
Iberia 274, taxi to holding point Alpha 2 for runway 27.
Holding point Alpha 2 for runway 27, Iberia 274.
Here we go.
Behind the landing aircraft line up runway 27 behind.
After the landing aircraft line up number 27 and up 232. Alright, lights on. Beautiful, let's go.
Right, 66 kilo, vacate next left on Mike if able.
Next left on Mike, right now, 66 kilo.
Oh, the APU's still running.
Alright, 66 kilo, taxi to stand 10 via Alpha and Quebec.
Right, see if I can get this turn right.
0 via Alpha and Quebec, right now, 66 kilo.
And on 232, surface wind 240 at 8 knots, runway 27, clear takeoff.
Lift takeoff runway 27 and up 232. Come on.
Iberia 274 behind the 777 about to depart, line behind.
Speedy, this is 2020 for tonight because we're flying the 777. Right, let's get out of here, shall we?
And on 232, so 240, take knots, runway 27, clear takeoff.
Airspeed's alive.
Lift takeoff and up 232.
Knots.
I think that was a gentle nudge for me to hurry up then. Can't say I blame them.
V1.
Rotate.
Come on. Nice and gentle in the triple. We don't want a tail strike. Gear up. Flight directors would help, wouldn't they? Why did I forget LNAV and VNAV to arm those? That's shocking behaviour. I told you I'd make mistakes, didn't I?
And on 232, reporting fucking altitude.
2,500 feet, air not 232.
And on 232, Roger, no clear ATC, money for Unicom, 122, decimal 8. Have a good flight, soon, bye.
Over Unicom, thanks to the ATC, air not 232.
Iberia 274, surface wind 40 at 8 knots, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
There we go. Yeah, I should have pre-armed it on the ground. That was a rookie error, that one. This is what happens when you don't fly for like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know how I missed that. Never mind, we're flying now, that's the main thing. We'll go flaps up. Got 280 in the window now, we're onto Unicom. And we'll start thinking about our turn to the right. To Daisy, don't want to be descending. I told you I was rusty. Okay, there's transition. Autopilot on. Oh, hello. I'm all over the place here. There we go, that's better. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, let's do our checklist. We're looking good. Right. God, blimey. Resync the old bug. That's something we don't have to do in the bus, isn't it? Never mind, eh? There we go. Our comment's different for the vertical stream. Yeah, and it's really annoying. I wish they'd be the same, but they're not. But they are not. I think what YouTube should do is merge the two systems. That's what I would do if I was them. I would make it one stream and you can just give it 2 video feeds. That would absolutely be the answer. Yeah, so I've kind of got like my chat in like 3 columns. So I've got like Twitch, I've got YouTube vertical, I've got regular YouTube. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky managing it all. And yeah, it confuses some people a lot. Never mind. What's my preferred way to multi-stream? So I've got a plugin called by a company called Atom. And what they do is, to save you on encode sessions, they will send one encode session to multiple places, but it does mean you then have to kind of limit yourself. So for example, Twitch, they won't let you send anything more than, I think it's like 6,000 or 8,000 kilobits. So that means YouTube has to get the same, unless I want to spin up another encode session for YouTube. And then you'll need another one for the vertical stream. That has to be separate, because of course it's vertical, it's a different video feed. Yeah, tricky one really. Does FSLTL work for me in 24? Yeah. Well, on VATSIM it does. Hopefully Chelsea, yeah. Now my internet's going really slow here. I hope it's not going to affect the stream. It's gone real slow. Okay, top of climb isn't far off. Weird. Have I seen the new GSX hub? No. I have not. What's going on there? What have I missed? I really need to sort out my white balance on the camera. Honestly, I look so red. I swear to you, I'm not this red. Look, a little beetroot out here flying. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading that. You got permanently banned for your name being wrong. That doesn't sound right. Sounds like a mistake's happened there. Hey, Coda, no worries. To be honest, I haven't streamed in ages either, so it's kind of on me as well. So is it an add-on, or is it actually from GSX, Chelsea? Oh, an add-on. Okay, cool. That's still pretty good, though. It's a full ban if they ask for ID to prove who you are. If they think it's an assumed name, they'll ban until you prove it. Oh. Darn. This is 2020 early. It's the only way to fly the 777 at the moment. Okay, so we've basically got nothing until Tower at Edinburgh. So at the moment, I think our plan is to self-vector after TLA. Right, Quinn. Speedy says, do you think the PMDG 777 will ever be available in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? I would presume so. I presume they're working on it. However, I believe, this is my current understanding, is that they're roadblocked by Asobo. Like the tools and technology they have, or that they need to work in the sim, does not. So they've kind of got a platform issue going on. So hopefully that'll get dealt with soon. I mean, it might be that one day Asobo just pops up and it's like, there you go, fixed. And they can get us something quite quick. The question is, do they give us a 2020 port into 2024 as soon as possible? Or do they basically keep it all under wraps until they've got a full-on 2024 build? I would rather we got something sooner rather than later, and in the interest of time, I would much rather they just gave us a 2020 port and then said, yeah, but don't worry, we're working on the full 24 version. RSR said Asobo resolved it, but no date on when the patch will be deployed. Whoa, so, okay, so that could be pretty cool then. When did they say that, Mark? Is that fairly recent? I feel like I need to look on the PMDG forum now. Okay, so YouTube's got a new goal thing, I guess, to encourage people to donate and stuff. So I've just clicked it. I've no idea what's going to happen though. I had to say how I'd celebrate if the goal is met. So I just got to waste all of your money on sweets. No idea how that's actually going to work. Never seen that before. Do I use Reshade? No. No, not at this time. Played with it and made videos about it. No, Joel, I'm not. '21 December word salad. Okay. No, Speedy, it won't take long. We'll, I mean, we're literally going to be there. Got top of descent in 40 miles. So, yeah, it's not going to be long. Not long. Can I be a pilot for free, even if it took 10 years? Probably not. No. Not unless you get some, like, crazy scholarship or something. It's very expensive. After switching my motherboard, I can only open Microsoft Flight Sim through the Xbox app, and it still takes 2 attempts. What? That's weird. how would you normally run it? Through Steam? 'Cause that is very strange. I know that some... Oh, the shortcut doesn't work. You haven't changed your drives around or anything like that? Like your D drive is now like E drive or something weird like that? Anything like that going on? It's rather weird though. They may be able to, how you doing? An average worker who gets like $3,000 a month. Yeah, I mean, it's flipping expensive to become a pilot. Bottom line. I mean, even to get your PPL, you're talking about, you know, many, many thousands to get a PPL. My father-in-law did it years ago, and that cost a lot then. Maybe, Chelsea, maybe like, have you signed out of the Xbox app and re-signed in? That kind of thing? Is your Microsoft account all signed in and up to date and all that stuff? I know that like some people at Hardware Unboxed, they have issues sometimes where they'll be trying to test a certain game with like loads of CPUs, and the game will only let them do like a maximum of like 5 CPU swaps or something like that. And as a result, they have to remove it from their test suite. Flight Pilot, how you doing? PPL is 10k minimum right now in the UK. Yeah. That's a lot of money, eh? Reset MCP altitude, VNav 280. Okay, so we're going to go 280 down to flight level 70 at Tartan. Just get 7,000 dialed in. Is there a way to turn off that acceleration? PMDG setup, aircraft, equipment. Is this top of descent I can detect? There he goes. Beautiful. Love a Boeing for that. Displays. It's not going to be it, is it? Yeah, Jay, we're going to head back to East Midlands after this. Doesn't seem like it, is there? Yeah. Don't know the answer to that question. Maybe not. Maybe I'll ask in the forums. Doing an 8-hour flight to Dubai in the A380. Damn, nice. Yeah, I haven't flown the A380 much, have we? I haven't flown that one very much at all. Good plane though, just struggles on the performance a bit. But then they did say, didn't they, that it really was pushing the A380 or the Flight Sim 2020 engine to the livery, to the limit, I should say. Sorry, just reading chat there and had the word livery in it. Another question: do you know how to install your livery? In what plane, Chelsea? Alright, looks like we've got 2 ahead of us. But I'm quite far back. What livery is this flight? Allow me to show you. It's us! Very pleased with how that livery turned out. A319. Oh, don't worry about the VRM folder, Chelsea. Just do the main bit. The VRM file is just for VATSIM model matching. So what you do is you go into the model matching custom rules in vPilot and you can point it to that VMR file. So that means if you see an A319 with a call sign of X-ray November Oscar, then it will swap out the white plain, blank plane that you'd normally get with the plane with our livery on it. Basically, we can see each other if we've got the VMR files, but to other VATSIMers, we just appear as like default blank planes, if that makes sense. Oh, Philip, yeah. I didn't see you. Where are you? Where's Philip? That looks pretty epic, doesn't it? Who's that beeping at me? That sounded like a vPilot error. Ooh. I just got kicked from the voice server. And now we're back on the voice server. I wonder whether that's a me thing. Little white line above your tail. Can't quite make you out, Philip. Speed brakes. Captain Badger, good evening. Cheers, Christian. Yeah, very pleased with that livery. Okay, if we get rid of the speed brake, what happens? Okay. No, you actually have to go into the vPilot application. So maybe, Chelsea, a good thing to do is just to make a folder somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, just in like your documents folder, call it VRM files or something. For all of the different VRM files that you have, put them in there. Then you can point vPilot to those files. Then you should be in business. Yeah, I think our internet's been a bit weird tonight, Wasp. I noticed on my laptop earlier, just flicking around, it's been really slow. The upload seems okay, though. That doesn't seem so bad. Okay, let's switch to yoke cam. Okay, 118705 for tower. Get that ready. Now, where are the cargo stands at Edinburgh? That should be along Alpha and then possibly off on Papa. Yeah, I know the speed brake's out, but I kind of want to leave it out. Okay, so after Tartan we'll go heading 040, we'll vector ourselves in. Edinburgh traffic, air not cargo, 232 heavy approaching Tartan, flight level 070, self-vectoring for runway 24, Edinburgh traffic. Okay, let's get down to 3,000 feet then, shall we? Oh 8.9, that's all good. Altimeter is 1019. First cargo ramp is stand 211. Happy days. We can do that. Okay, let's do landing en route, runway 24. Auto brakes 3. I think we should go auto brakes 4, to be honest. Auto brakes 4 set. We'll do a flaps 30 landing. And minimums are 300 feet at Edinburgh. Don't like the acceleration on the dials. I'd like to turn that off if possible. I don't think I can. Start our turn. With 200 knots. Now, what's the FPS going to do? Edinburgh traffic, Air 232, heavy, flying base runway 24, Edinburgh traffic. Okay, speed 180. Get our gear down. Yes, Fat Sim, indeed. Okay, let's switch over to tower. Alright, here we go. Let's give Tower a call. Edinburgh Tower, Air Knot 232, heavy, established on the ILS runway 24, 12 miles to run. Continue approach runway 24, Air Knot 232, heavy. Alright, here we go. Air Knot 232. It's land, runway 24, wind calm, Air Knot 232, heavy, thanks. Okay, let's do approach speed 148. Six miles to run. Now we need to remember, don't we, that they do, or the 777, I should say, the freighter in particular, has quite a lot of ground lift when you get to like 50 to 100 feet. Happy days. Right, should we take control? Hopefully the FPS doesn't go into the toilet as we get nearer the airport. Possible that it might. Entirely possible that it might.
Edinburgh Tower, good evening. 62 Juliet with holding down. Could you say that again, please? Sorry.
500.
And you be the Juliet, good evening.
400.
Copy, 62.
Concentrating now.
300.
Well, frames, please don't go into the bin.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Not feeling good. Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
That line up and wait.
Ouch, 394. Thought I did better than that. Okay, reverse is stowed. Keep it rolling. That was a bit of a hard landing. I could have sworn that felt smoother. Never mind. Frames were a bit choppy, maybe it was that. I'm sure that's the reason. That's the reason. That's what we're going with. Okay, let's quickly get off this runway. Taxi Alpha initially, then over to ground thanks to the ATC Air 0232 Heavy. One, 2, 1, 7, 5, 5. Right, let's get this turn right. I'm always messing up these turns in the triple. Okay, 1, 2, 1.
Good takeoff.
One, 2, 1, 7, 5, 5. Here we go. Edinburgh ground. Very good evening. Air 0232 Heavy with you on Alpha.
Air 0232 Heavy ground. Good evening. Continue Vulture Alpha 1 to expect and 18.
Sorry, I should have said we're actually a cargo aircraft. I don't know whether that impacts our taxi routing.
Roger, thank you. Continue Vulture Alpha 1 to expect and 210.
Hold at Alpha 12, expect stand... I've forgotten already, I apologise.
No worries, 210.
210, Air 0232 Heavy, thanks. That is how you VATSIM, people. Happy days. Right, let's get some APU on.
Navigational 244 request taxi. Taxi Echo Alpha, Vulture Delta 1. Correction, taxi Fox for Alpha.
Hey, good evening, Lee. I'm glad you all thought the landing wasn't too bad.
Alpha 4 Delta 1.
I must admit, I thought it was alright. It felt good. The trouble is, these landing rate, feet per minute thing, they're just like a moment in time, aren't they, really? That's the thing. They're not the be-all and end-all. Yeah, it felt good, it looked good, I was happy with it. Again, frames per second felt quite choppy, so if it got a dip or whatever, if it was just caught at that wrong moment, possible that could have done it. Yeah, I've had a couple where like I've blatantly rescued it. with like a ridiculously strong flare at the last minute. I mean, it's a terrible landing, but it comes out as like, great, you got like 150 feet a minute. It's like, yeah, but I didn't deserve that 150 feet. Like, if there was an actual instructor watching me, I'm sure they'd have had words. The FPM reading you're looking at there, Ravi, is from New Sky. It's not really a landing rate monitor tool. Not really. I mean, it does do it. Its main purpose is for our virtual airline. But it just happens to give you landing rates as well. This is 2020, mate. Yeah, the 777 doesn't work with 2024. Yet. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a mind virus in the flight sim community with the whole touchdown, feet per minute, butter kind of stuff. I get it, it makes for a good laugh, but I think we are focusing on completely the wrong thing.
Tower 118 is 529.
Contacting tower 118 decimal 705. Thank you, good night.
And on 236, continue Alpha Lima Mike Sierra on 210.
Alpha Lima Mike Sierra, stand 210, air not 232 heavy. Oh, Wasp, looks like they're sending me roughly where you said. Okay, third right. To be honest, Wasp, I feel like I could do with the taxi practice in this thing.
Taxi Echo Alpha, Ultra Delta 1, number 24.
Taxi Echo Alpha All Short Delta 1 on reach.
And on 232, take next right.
That's right, onto Mike, air not 232. Oh, wait, I should have taken Lima. My bad. I can see someone in an air not livery over there. Oh, what a muppet. Why didn't I go Lima? Hey, well done, Chelsea. You also have to have the livery installed as well, Chelsea, so you'll need to own the plane as well. It's not just as simple as the VMR file, because the VMR file will only point to a livery, but if the livery isn't actually installed on your system, then you're going to run into trouble. How's it going, Rick? Oh, I can't believe I messed up that taxi. I'm a bit annoyed at that. Yeah, so you'll get the errors then for now, Chelsea. Right, if anybody wants to fly along, we're heading back to East Midlands. Here we go, look, in the naughty spot. Right. Watch this. So they say, isn't it, wait till roughly the line is level with you, then start your turn. Then into here.
Contact tower 118, just 175,
Contact tower 113, 705, 33.
Happy days. Alright, sparking brakes on. APU is on. That's good. So we should be able to turn off our engines now. Why has it not detected our parking brakes? Okay, so if we turn off those and turn off our fuel pumps, weather radar off. How do we set this hydraulic panel then? Just put them all to auto. Don't know. I'm confused now. All off. Okay. Ah, there you go, it's happy now. Good.
that's KH1018, that's KH1018.
Deroute off, emergency lights off. It wants packs to off. We'll leave packs on for now. Happy days. Right, I need to make a new flight plan. BRB. Okay, let's close the flight. What did we get? Perfect 10. We made 81,000 for the airline. Damn. So hauling cargo is worth it. That is absolutely worth it, isn't it? Alright, let me make a new flight plan. Get us back to East Midlands. Yeah, Philip, what were you flying there? Were you flying something smaller, maybe? Where's my mouse gone? Ah! Okay, let's book a new flight. Scheduled cargo. GPH. This one. 322. That's going to be very close to 232, isn't it?
Okay, for Papa, continue Alpha Lima Mike Hotel to general aviation apron.
Can we do an off blocks by 2150? I reckon we can. Let's do it. Right, let's generate the flight plan. Are you doing passengers, Philip, or cargo? Okay, let's file our flight plan on that Simo. Okay, let's disconnect. We'll reconnect as 322. Right. Let's do a rapid cold and dark of the 777. Well, almost cold and dark anyway. So, battery is on. Do we have external power? Is that available? Let's get ourselves some external power, shall we? Very good. Happy days. Adiru back on. Should turn my strobe off. So many mistakes. Cool. Let's get our flight plan. Good. get our route. I don't know why you didn't earn so much then, Philip. Good, let's load that, activate, execute. Perf in it. Let's get our 0 fuel weight. We'll accept that. Oh, why is my sim? MC com. No. Route data. Wind data load. Okay. Edinburgh ground, air knot 322 at stand 210. Information, Golf on board, aircraft type 777, freighter, looking for clearance to East Midlands, please.
Air knot 322, Edinburgh ground, good evening. Clear East Midlands, Golf on Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 7316.
Into East Midlands, goes on 1 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 7316.
Air knot 322, read that correct.
Oh, 7316, I've already got my squawk. I'll just keep that. Fair enough. Happy days. Okay, go some 1 Charlie. In our departures. Runway 24. Looking like runway 27 for our arrival. On the Croft 1 Echo. Go via rock up. We'll rock up to East Midlands. That's got to be due to Donington Park, right? That rock up. There's a plane to my right. So yeah, I think probably it is working, Philip. Okay, 240's up here, that's fine. Let's bring the EFB over here. Okay, so we'll do our performance calculations. Edinburgh, runway 24. QNH has changed. Wow. Alright, so flaps 5. Wants us to do TO2, select temp of 42. 155, 156, 158. That's near enough. With a trim of 5. Oh, we had a lot of trim on the... There we go. Needed that. Demand pump on. Because now we can do this. Beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? I guess you're not on VATSIM, so the controller won't worry too much about you being there. Right, let's go up top. Okay, emergency lights are guarded. Let's do the test. Window heats are on. Right, flight directors on. LNAV, VNAV, 158 for the speed. I'm going to go 6,000 for our initial climb. Days. Let's get you back over here. So good. Pre-flight checklist is done. We'll work our way through these here. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. I do believe we're nearly ready to go. Shall we get GSX fired?
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And up 15 Julia, Regis 0.
Sorry about that. And not 1 line.
And up 15 Julia, confirm to you clear.
Locking gear.
Oh, yeah, no, quite a while.
And up 15 Julia, no worries, so we're stuck to 5 positions up to 6 left.
Oh, you've got to be... What happened there? I just made a big boo-boo. Yeah, APU gen is on. Whoops. Whoops a daisy. What's happened over here? I think the plane's just completely restarted, hasn't it? Or has it? I could have sworn the APU was available. Maybe not. But what's happened over here? Why doesn't my first officer have any stuff? Weird. I think I might have upset the plane there, guys, I'm not going to lie. No, not short for Nottingham. Some people, I get asked that quite a lot, but no, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at sort of APU gen on, thinking we were good to go there, but obviously not. Okay, let's release the GPU. Remove the chocks. And see if we can get taxied. Yeah, they're coming to life now, look. This whole side, look, is gone. I think I really must have upset the plane there. Yeah, it's all coming to life, look. What have I done? Lewis, soon. Soon. That is one of my main goals of 2025 is to basically stream less and make more videos, because that's what people want. And looking at tonight's viewing figures, I can kind of see that. Not to be too blunt about it. I'm not saying I'll never stream, but it just can't be my bread and butter, I don't think. Still got our flight plan in here. Step through it. Doesn't mean that you can't all fly along still, because you can of course still fly with me when I do these VATSIM videos. Yeah, stream tomorrow. No, Jack, honestly, it's night and day. Like, streams perform so badly on YouTube. And I say this, you know, if it's just like a hobby, then whatever, it wouldn't really matter. And it is a hobby, but I won't lie, it is an ambition to be able to ditch the day job at some point. So if I'm going to actually pursue that, I need to be mindful of the numbers. Right, why have I got a fault on C2?
And at 1 Juliet, there is still behind the traffic contact the order point, Golf 1, Golf.
I feel like I've really messed something up here. We'll see how it goes. We'll try and get ourselves pushed and get out of here. Air Knot 2, correction, Air Knot 322 at stand 210, ready for push and start.
Not 322, stand 210,
Push and start approved, Air Knot 322.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start.
Nose left, tail right, it's got to be, isn't it?
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions,
Right.
please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Let's see what happens to poor old Philip over here. Wait, what? Oh, I should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? I think we could be in for a tail/wing strike here, Philip. Yeah, I probably should have gone the other way. Mistake number 5,862 for tonight. This is what happens when you don't stream and fly for ages. Don't stop me there. Please push me back further. Please push me back further. What on earth is it doing now? Come on, keep going, keep going. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. Nice little pushback, that. Well done, GSX.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
Who knew? Not liking all these faults on the hydraulics. I feel like I've really messed something up here.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Who's that I can see over there? Ah, there's two. It's, that would be New Sky. Right, start the New Sky flight. Okay, so why have we got faults there and there, I wonder? Turn them on, I guess. That gets rid of that one. Whoops. Okay, so we're not doing too bad, are we? Slowly getting the feel of this 777. Slowly, slowly. Right, let's get yoke cam ready. New flaps 5. Edinburgh ground, air not 322, heavy, ready for taxi.
Air not 322, taxi up on 20 Delta 1, runway 24, Sierra, Mike and Alpha.
Holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Sierra, Mike and Alpha, air not 322 heavy. Okay, Sierra, Mike and Alpha. I can't really mess this up. Although there's a good chance I still might. Right, let's rock and roll. Prime time, how's it going, mate? Jack, I think they give you 10 minutes either way. Okay, brake check. I don't know what happened when I turned the ground powers off. Hey, Island Sim Pilot's in. How's it going, my friend? Are you well? Happy New Year?
And I'm on budget, that's fine. I've got the trap behind you that will probably be on it. So if you take the left lean and hold it, actually, you should take the left lean there, right down and hold down for 1.
Hope saying be said for me, yeah, very much so. Nice to be back flying again. Very nice to be back flying again. I've definitely missed it. Definitely missed it. Of course, I remember to turn on my taxi lights. I'm making so many mistakes tonight, it's unreal. I haven't really flown on VATSIM for like... seems like a month. I am just so rusty, it's unbelievable. I wonder how like actual pilots find it if they take a holiday and come back. Come on, am I going to get this turn right? I feel like I've gone a bit too wide. Yeah, I think I maybe did. Gotta nail these turns. Yes, Jay, it is. It's the Pirigi, I think it's pronounced. Okay. Whoops, going too fast. You've really got to be careful with the engines in this thing because they're pretty big. And you can go a long way very quickly. Yeah, that would be the New Sky traffic injection doing that, because we got Chelsea in front there. So VATSIM model matching is putting a plane in, and so is New Sky. You in there, Chelsea? Is that a 319? Yeah, it always looks weird, doesn't it? So I've been given clearance to go to Delta 1, so I guess you're holding for me, Chelsea, aren't you? Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
And I'm on Julie actually squeeze in behind the 777 now. You taxi on myself on runway 24, the Alpha, and just have to like out the traffic.
That is a very good point, isn't it? The fact that we're doing a two-pilot job here by ourselves. Over to tower, thanks very much, Air 322.
And up 1 1, Juliet, thank you. Over to tower, 118,
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, Air 322 Heavy on Alpha for Delta 1. Oh, Delta 1, Air 322. Oh, I wish I'd plugged in the Tobii Eye tracker tonight. Roger, Air 322. Line up and wait after the EasyJet passes right to left. Roger, line up clearance cancelled, Air 322. Yeah, real weather. I'm flying different time of day, but with real weather, so I think that still is okay. Should we have a look outside, see what's going on? Here we go. Look. It's like little and large, isn't it? Large and in charge. Yeah, so there's two coming in. My line-up clearance and takeoff clearance was cancelled, I think, because of the wake turbulence I'm going to create. Go on, Captain. Go on. That's looking pretty tidy, isn't it? Yeah, that's how we do it. $2020 is looking nice, and it continues to look nice. I think it's something we need to be mindful of as a community. Like, all of a sudden now we're just like, ugh, 2020. But no, 2020 is actually fine. That is Philip in the 787. Although I don't think he's... After the EasyJet A320 passing right to left, line up and runway 24, Air 322. You're not into that sim then, Philip? Is it just, not your thing? It's fair enough if it's not. It's not for everybody. There's some nights where I could really just do without it, if I'm being honest. Right, we best get inside. In fact, let's we best not waste any time watching landings, as much as I would love to. Okay, let's get out there. Yeah, that was a bit quick, wasn't it? Lift takeoff, runway 24, air not 322. Okay, thrust set.
Airspeed's alive.
Bit of forward jet pressure.
80 knots. Rotate.
Come on. Oh, those frames.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. I was using every inch of that runway there, wasn't it? Flipping out. Let's get ourselves back home to East Midlands, shall we? .22 decimal 8, fancy ATC, and at 322. Okay, pitch forward, accelerate. Gotta get me some of those Logitech radio panels. It'd make life so much easier. Okay. Laps 1. Okay, we've got a right turn. Starting. Right about now. That's weird. Why isn't the LNAV flight director keeping up? Oh yeah, I did forget the APU, didn't I? Of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah. It's going to take some getting used to, this 777. I don't have that muscle memory yet. You know, that kind of muscle memory that we all, or that I had. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, like flying the 7.3 so much. You kind of just get this muscle memory for it. You don't even have to think after a certain point. It's just like you're in a flow, just constantly doing all the stuff. And I'm not there with the 777 yet. I mean, really, I haven't really flown the 777 very much. I bought it for the channel when the 300ER came out, and I kind of knew that I wouldn't really fly it that much because I prefer to do shorter routes, and we're not really going to be flying in a 777 300ER from Heathrow to Edinburgh, or from, I don't know, Gatwick to Amsterdam. In fact, I think that was a route at one point with British Airways, but my point stands, like very, very short routes with a big plane full of passengers, it just doesn't feel that realistic, whereas now we've got a freighter. It kind of feels like we can do what we want. And man, I'm looking at myself in this picture here and I look really red again. I've got to sort the white balance out. I should rename the channel The Flying Beetroot. I promise you, I'm not this red in real life. I did try changing the white balance on my camera over Christmas. I had an hour to myself. Family were here, they took the kids out for an hour with the dog, and I thought I'll go and have a look at that camera, and all I managed to do was turn myself green, so I've got to figure it out somehow. I might need to do a bit more googling. Find it far more satisfying than the 7.3, do you? That's interesting. I don't know why they have 6,000 feet restrictions, Apollo. But you're right, that a lot of them do seem to have that. I'm not entirely sure why. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of landing rate we get coming into East Midlands, because coming into Edinburgh, I thought it looked pretty tidy actually. I was really pleased with it. But we got like a nearly 400 feet per minute landing rate, which I wasn't best pleased about. That's a good point actually. Chelsea should just go Airbus. Or Airbus, I should say. There's no one much around, is there? I mean, look at that. Sim still looks pretty flipping good, doesn't it? It's hard to argue with that. It really is. No, Chris, nothing's on at the moment. I think we're going to be Unicom all the way to East Midlands, which is kind of nice. I do like it sometimes when we're streaming. It's quite nice when you get Unicom. We just have a bit of a chill and chat to each other. But there's literally 4 planes between us and East Midlands, so it's very quiet at the moment. Yeah, easy to forget, isn't it, how good this sim looked. Or looks. That's the thing, we keep talking about it in the past tense, but still very much a valid sim. Alright, 10,000 coming up. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. If you just press landing. That's so cool. That is so cool. Why didn't I know that? I think 2020 looks better than 24. Yeah. If don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if I'd go that far. I think 2024 is 100%, in a lot of ways, measurably better than 2020. It's just, it's kind of like you give a dog a bad name. Do you know what I mean? And once that clears, and I think it will, I think we'll kind of get a a lot more people starting to move over to 2024. For me, I think PMDG, once that all comes over, that's when I'll be happy to uninstall 2020. I mean, I won't uninstall it gladly. I'll be sad to do it in a way. I will be sad to do it in a way. I saw a thing ages ago online, and it said something about, you know, there was a day that you last logged into MSN Messenger and you didn't even know it. And I thought, oh man, that's going to be the same for like 2020, isn't it? There is going to be a day where we do our last flight in 2020, and you think like the hours we've flown, the miles we've travelled, the people we've met, the conversations we've had, the memories we've, like, it's incredible. So I feel a little bit like defensive of 2020. I feel like I'm not quite ready to let it go. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm crazy. I probably am. But that one with MSN Messenger, I mean, I grew up on MSN Messenger. What am I now? 30? I'm 36 now. I spent all last year thinking I was 36. And I had my birthday this year. I'm like, wait, I'm 36. So I've gained a year, which is really cool. But yeah, growing up on MSN Messenger, and yeah, one day I just logged into it for the last time, and I can't remember when that was, and it was such a non-event, but just over time Facebook Messenger became the thing. I think that's what happened. Facebook Messenger became a thing, and then everyone just fell off. It's very gradual. Robert Randazzo in the vertical chat. Wow, what an honour. Vertical stream was sceptical at first, but you kind of like it. Yeah, it's well, first of all, thanks for coming by the stream. I really do appreciate that. It's a little bit of a why not from my point of view. Fortunate that I've got the bandwidth to upload 2 streams at once. There's plugins for OBS that make it really easy. You've got a horizontal canvas and a vertical canvas, and you just send each one independently. The only thing I don't like is that there's independent chats. Like the horizontal stream is like the main stream, if you know what I mean. It would be very, very nice if YouTube would make it such that right now, say you're looking at the vertical stream, presumably on a phone, although a lot of people tend to get it recommended in the desktop browser, which I think is weird. But it'd be lovely if you could say watch it on a phone and then turn your phone landscape, and then it goes to the horizontal stream video feed, and the chats are unified. That's the dream. That's the dream. I think TikTok already does it, but streaming to TikTok is its own thing that I'm not particularly in love with. Not particularly in love with that, because yeah, with Twitch, with YouTube, you get a stream key and you plug it into OBS and away you go. TikTok, I think you can get a stream key, but it's all kind of backwards. You have to go via like an agency to get a key, and you have to be of a certain size, which I don't know if we are or whether we aren't. I haven't really checked. But you have to install their TikTok Live Studio app, which I've heard some people describe as borderline spyware. But I don't know. I don't know about that. But it does mean I have to have a separate piece of software open, another encode session, you know, and on it goes. Whereas with my nice OBS plugins, I could just literally, if I had a TikTok stream key, I could put that in, and the encode session that is now powering the YouTube vertical, that same encode session could power TikTok. So I'm not having to do multiple encode sessions. I mean, I've got a streaming PC, so I'm fortunate in that regard, that I'm not overly stressed out about that. But truthfully, doing a vertical stream is almost like free marketing. Like, some people don't like it, and I get a lot of comments being like, why are you doing this? My answer to that is, I just want to be wherever you guys want to be. If you want to be in vertical, and I'll try and be there for you. But they're very, very good at bringing in new subscribers. It's almost like Google ads, but they're free. It's kind of a weird. It's the same with YouTube Shorts. If you've got a YouTube channel and you're not using YouTube Shorts, use YouTube Shorts, because they can just skyrocket out of nowhere. and they go up and up and up and up and up and up, and then they stop, and then they just flatline, which is really weird, but it is what it is. Just use the tools that are in the box in front of you, I guess. Right, how are my camera views looking? I've forgotten what I've done here. I've got a window view. Oh, look at that. Engine view. Another engine view, partially obscured, but that's okay. I just see Yorkshire tea then. Could have sworn I just flew past a Yorkshire tea crate. Beautiful. Right, how many mistakes will I make between now and East Midlands? I'm predicting rather a lot. I just feel so out of practice, it's incredible. So out of practice. Yorkshire tea in the Bond Aston with the DB5. Yeah, can we go for a wander? Let's go for a wander. If my Xbox controller is going to play ball. What's the best way to do it? Free look? So we just go through the door? Yeah. So what have we got? PMDG, that'll be all the merch. Let's go and have a wander. You don't realise just how long these planes are, do you, until you start kind of walking it like this. When we flew on a 7.4 to Vegas, Virgin 747-400, we were quite near the front. Quite near the front. Oh, hello. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What car. Something about Astons, isn't it? Especially the front grille. It's just kind of like something quite special about them. I went to like a Cars and Coffee. Well, I don't think it's Cars and Coffee. I think Cars and Coffee is more of a maybe an American thing. It's basically a local cafe that would otherwise be very, very quiet, and they've somehow got this reputation for being a place for supercars to meet up. No fingerprints, fair enough. Yeah, watch the paintwork. Yeah, so we went down on Sunday, and it was awesome. They had a range of Ferraris, a range of a lot of McLaren guys there. Big McLaren following there. What's this red car? But they had some Aston Martins there, and they had a not an old one. It's not the current gen Vanquish. It was like the what I would call the last of the good-looking Aston Martins. They had a new Vanquish and the old style Vanquish next to it, and the old one just looks so flipping good in my opinion. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm still none the wiser as to what this red car is. Does anyone know? That's very cool. Gorgeous. Lovely job. See how we're looking outside. One thing I'm slightly dreading when 2024 kicks in is going to be redoing all my liveries, because I think we're going to have to do, I think I'm right in saying this, different level of details, different LODs. And I'm not very good at doing liveries. I scrape by every single time. I mean, I'm quite pleased with how this has turned out, and I'm pleased with a lot of the others, but it's a fight every single time. It's an absolute fight. And I really wish it wouldn't be. Right, have I gone past top of descent while I was looking at that car? No, I haven't. Thank goodness. Ooh, that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? up. 2000. Should we be super lazy? Shall we be super lazy? Seeing as we're on Unicom, should we just put in like 2,000 feet in here and let the plane do everything? It's a bit naughty that, isn't it, really? A bit naughty. Can I use air not liveries and call sign on VATSIM without the new sky? I'm worried on Unicom or if controllers don't understand it. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Go over to the website, airnot.co.uk, and you can download all the liveries. There's also VMR files that you can use if you're on VATSIM. It's really, it doesn't help other people seeing us, but if you've got a load of air not people flying together, we can see each other. The VMR files do the model matching. It's pretty cool. Don't think it's time we hired a livery creator. Yeah, I might have to like look on Fiverr or something. I don't know. It's becoming, because we're going to have, more planes on the horizon. And I love new planes, but every time there's a new plane, I'm always like, ugh, that means a new livery. Never mind. Ian says you think a Ferrari or an Alfa 1930s for the red car. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit out of my knowledge base, I'm afraid. Let's resync the heading bug. Yeah. I love those older Astons, like the kind of DB9, DBS. The DBS, I think, was peak Aston for me. After that, not so sure. I remember when they came out of like the DB9 DBS, I was like, I don't know how anyone could create a better looking car than that. And so far Aston Martin proved to me at least that they can't. So we'll see. Oh, you play ACC. Nice, Ian. Very cool. Oh, Island Sim Pilot says it's an Alfa Romeo. Then my obvious follow-up question is, will it start? Sorry. I can't talk. My car's on final warning at the moment. It's got, if it puts one more foot wrong, it's gone. We've got an annoying electrical issue. So long story short, we took the boys up to London in the summer to show them the sights, Big Ben, London Eye, typical tourist stuff. And coming past a service station, the kids go, "We're hungry," so it's like, okay, fine, we'll pull in, get something to eat. Went to start the car again, and all the errors on the screen started coming up. What did it say? It wasn't level control system. Was it level control system or stability control system? It was like one after another, like error. I was like, oh no, this isn't good. Part of me was like, yeah, but can I just drive it and get myself home? And that was like a split-second decision that maybe went through my head for like a second that I knew was a bad idea to think. And then smoke started coming out of the steering column. At which point, my wife thought fire, so it's like, kids out, everyone out the car, everyone out. So just abandoned the car in the middle of the service station, causing a bit of a block. And eventually it stopped smoking, and it turns out it's the squib. They call it a squib. SQUIB. It's commonly referred to as. If you imagine you've got like your steering column, and you've got your indicator stalks and your wiper stalks. That's like a whole part that kind of slots over the steering column, and then the steering wheel goes on top of that. Apparently it was a squib that basically just burnt out. Something crossed. The recovery guy came out and said I was very, very lucky that the airbag didn't deploy in my face, because quite often when that happens, the car thinks something's gone wrong, airbag, and it kind of shorts the airbag thing. So yeah, kind of got lucky with that. So we fitted a new part with that, and then we started getting battery discharge excessive while stationary warnings. So there's something in there that's come into life when it's off and draining itself. Now luckily the car's smart enough to just detect that and then kill all power to everything. But we've had a new battery, we've had mechanics look at it, we've had all sorts. Oh, we had a leak as well, it leaked. There's a grommet, they call it the grommet of doom, and obviously in the UK we're right-hand drive, so for the European market, where the steering column would go through to the you know, engine bay, if it were a left-hand drive, they put a grommet in there, and yeah, that grommet perished and leaked, and it all went through under the car. Awful, 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 awful. Oh, update from Robert Randazzo. Just checked with our modelling team for you. It's likely you won't need to redo your custom livery artwork, as we already built in compliance with LODs for you. Oh, well, that's brilliant news. We might have to do some tweaking in the aliasing file. That's still an open question we haven't answered. Good news for the art challenge. I don't know what you're talking about, Robert. No idea what you're talking about. Oh, that's good news though, seriously. That's brilliant news. Do I recommend buying the iFly 737 or the PMDG? I haven't flown the iFly, so, and I love the PMDG, so I guess I'd have to recommend the PMDG. Yeah, I have no opinion to give on the iFly, unfortunately. It came at a period of time where I had to spend quite a lot of money on the channel. We took on an accountant. I needed to buy a new chair that I'm currently sat in because my current one was this close from collapsing. What else did I need to buy? I needed to license a load of software to help with thumbnails and artwork and liveries, to Robert's point. And yeah, it just came at the wrong time in terms of cash flow, really. So that's all good though. Right, shall we? That's very good news that I might not have to redo my liveries. I was under the impression that I was going to have to redo the one for the A300 by any bills. Possibly wrongly. I haven't actually looked into it yet. We'll have to see. Runway 27. Weather. Boom, boom, boom. Island Sim Pilot says the iFly is good, but the PMDG is a PMDG. Let's be fair. Yeah, there you go. Auto Brakes 3, I think, will do the trick nicely for us into East Midlands. Runway 27, that's going to take us over Donington Park, isn't it? I think. For sure. I remember having the time of my life. I went there in 2006 to the Download Festival watching Metallica. I mean, keep in mind that I was a, what was I, 17, 18-year-old kid. Like, never been to a proper gig before. Loved Metallica for as long as I can remember, and it's like they were just sent down from outer space, you know, in front of me. I was really close to the front, and they get to a point where they play like quite a chilled song. The acoustic guitar came out, I think maybe like the intro to like The Unforgiven or something. And then right at that moment, this like DHL, whatever it was, I don't know what plane it was, sort of comes right over us, coming into land. It's so cool. This is like the perfect day. Absolutely love it. Right, can I be clever? Or is spad.next going to be clever? So I want Auto Brake 3, so I can turn on yoke cam. There we go. Happy days. Hey Chelsea, thanks for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you. Milestone, by the way, if you want, you can change your barrow in the FMC. If you go to menu, then EFIS controls to yes. Oh, let's have a look. Menu. EFIS control. On. EFIS. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So what is our minimums? I'm going to be giggling about that artwork challenged for the rest of tonight. Thing is, I watch a YouTube channel, a tech channel, a guy called Graphically Challenged, and every time I see his channel name I kind of think of myself. Okay, let's check out charts over here. I need to get a capture card connected to my laptop or iPad or something so you guys can see charts. Or just use the one built into the plane, but I really do like having a physical device. Will I do any liveries for the newish build planes? What are you thinking, Jay? Like the A350 or 482? Look at that. That's nice. EFIS control panel left. Is that because I'm in here? Is that what that is? Okay, check, notes checked, auto brake set. Landing data, VREF and minimums. We'll do a flaps 30 landing, pop that in there. I spent ages on our first flight up to Edinburgh like clicking this like again and again and again because of course so used to the 7.3 it's like come on. But of course I forgot. Okay. Go around instructions, climb straight ahead to 3000, D 8.8, IME, whichever is earlier, and turn right. Yeah, okay. So, there's no ATC online, is there, for East Midlands? So we'll be on our own, I do believe. This is a funny approach, isn't it? That is unusual. Never seen one like that before. Well, not recently anyway. Tempted to roll with it. I suppose we could go direct to... Oops. Could go direct to D114 X-ray. Whether we'll be able to... Because it might be relying on quite a lot of that route to slow us down, mightn't it? Should we try it? Should we give it a whirl? Risk it for a biscuit? That may have been a mistake. East Midlands traffic, Air 0322 heavy, flying direct Delta 114 X-ray. So Jay, the issue with the liveries for the aircraft, as far as I know, I could be wrong, or it could be outdated information. As far as I know, all the planes that come default with the sim are encrypted. So there's not really a lot we can do in terms of livery creation at this time, I believe. Could be wrong though. Not gonna lie, folks, I think that was a mistake to go direct. Oh, Thomas, 5 months membership, awesome, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Says we're gonna make it. Just. I foresee no issues. I won't lie to you all, knowing that Robert Randazzo is potentially still watching in the vertical stream, I've got a few butterflies for this landing. So we're just going to pretend that he's not there. And probably still make a mess of it anyway. These moments are sent to try us. Can't believe I didn't know about this, by the way. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolute muppet for not knowing that. Alright, so we've got our... excuse me. I'm really struggling today with my voice. I can't believe that I got sick like on the 15th or 14th of December and I'm still feeling it. I don't know what it was. Part of me thinks, like, was it COVID or something? Like, maybe it was for it to drag on this long, I don't know. Lucky for me, I just mostly sit in my shed playing flight sims, so I don't really see many people. Alright, let's check our RadNav. TNT 115 700 10935. Let's double check that. Oh, hello. Who's that beeping at me? Oh, speed brake. Zero 2 1. Oh wait, do I have to do it through here now? No, I've turned that thing on. Yeah, I do, don't I? Let's quickly turn that off. That's going to cause me issues. Okay, 1021. Nice idea, but I think for me I'm going to leave it up here. I think. You got sick Christmas Day and still feeling it? Yeah. There's a real nasty one going around, I think. My wife's sister was down over Christmas and talking to her about it, and she said, like, oh yeah, there's this thing, and she gave me the full name of it, which sounded legit. And she goes, basically, it can take a week or maybe up to a month. I was like, oh, great. So, I think it's just like the tiredness. It's the tiredness that's getting me, like really, really getting me. Like I went to work earlier, and I came back and I was just like, I don't know. I caught a glimpse of myself in like a shop window. And the only thing that came to mind was C. Montgomery Burns, unfortunately. Just kind of like walking along. Let's go. There we go, it's flaps 5. Should we do gear down? Altimeter's set. Speed brake is armed.
2500.
Let's go flaps 30. The flu is rampant right now. Yeah, I suppose it could be flu, couldn't it? Right, now last time I landed here, the Pappies and the ILS were a mile out. I don't know if that was a 2024 thing, because I think I was in 2024. What am I doing? Stop it. Okay, let's go speed 150. Oh, really? I'll look at that after this. Yeah, we might take it a bit visual. So we've got a bit of a wind actually, haven't we? Right, gear down. Auto brake 3, speed is set. Heading bug set. Go around altitude is set. Lights are good. Speed brake is armed. All that's left for me to do now is do what I do best. I mess it all up. Okay, should we auto throttle it all the way down? It seems like that's conventional wisdom in the 7. The 7.7, that's what you should do.
1,000.
Oh, I can feel those frames. Okay, wind is now straightened up significantly. I'm not loving these frames, guys. I won't lie to you. Okay, 3 reds on the Pappies. We're a little bit low on the glide, but we're not going to go crazy.
500. 400. Approaching minimums.
Continue.
200 minimums.
Oh no, my TV's about to turn off. Ah! Don't do it.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
$250, near enough. That's better. That's better than Edinburgh. Feels like the frames were slightly more on our side as well. Okay, reverses away. Maybe we'll vacate here. Really should have plugged in my eye tracker. We go to the DHL stands. Not 322, runway 27 vacated. Looks like we got the place to ourselves, more or less. Beautiful. Ah, what a plane. I feel like I've been really rubbish tonight, I'm not going to lie. It's, it must be over a month since I've flown properly, streamed properly. So many errors. Almost like the first day back at school when you can't write. Come back after summer, like, miss, I can't write. East Midlands traffic, Air 322 taxiing to stand 109. 108. And then 109 just over here. My Unicom calls were shocking as well. I was stressing out about landing the plane. That's what it was. Must do better. Oh, TV, don't turn off. Beautiful. Okay, how's that APU doing? Good. I can see us doing a lot of stuff out of this airport. I really can. And it's awesome now that we've got a 777, a big plane that we can do short routes in. Like I said, it was I kind of knew when I bought the 300ER, I really wanted to fly it. I really wanted to experience it, but I knew the freighter was the one for me. I'm so glad now we got it. Okay. Parking brakes. Parking brakes on. APU is on. Taxi lights off. Now let's see how much money we made. So everything to off. Hydraulic panel set. What did I not do there then? All of these. There we go. So Adiru, emergency lights, and our packs. Adiru. Emergency lights. And our packs. All the packs auto sense. We need to do that one as well. Does anyone know if we're doing the right thing for the packs? Yeah, let's get beacon off. Not sure I'm doing the right thing with the packs here. I need to look into that. Right, how much money did we make? To line landing? Fair enough. I suppose we were maybe a little bit, weren't we? Still, 40 grand. This is the way to do it. Cargo's the way to do it. Oh, man. Right, sorry, I need to catch up with chat now. I'm wondering if buying that version is worth it, if there's other features the 777F offers. Well, really, the biggest thing for me with the 777 freighter over the standard the standard 777 is that we can kind of do, you know, much shorter flights, and it doesn't feel like weird. Like, if we were to do this flight now in a 300 ER full of passengers, it'd be like, well, that's not realistic. And I know probably it's not realistic to do Edinburgh to East Midlands in a 777 freighter, but it feels way more allowable, if that makes sense. Way more allowable. Feels like we've got a little bit of poetic license to fly where we want in these bigger planes, that when they're full of passengers, it would be weird if we were to fly these shorter routes. Now, I know some people aren't bothered by that at all. Some people couldn't care less. It's like, it's my sim, I'll do what I want. And honestly, I really respect you for that. I really do. Chelsea has arrived. Both of them. But yeah, I think this freighter is going to be my go-to 777, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it to get into 2024. I can't wait to see what happens with 2024 in general. I mean, it's going to be an exciting time. That's for sure. How much was my PC? I kind of built it in bits. It's been like a constant upgrade process, really, so it's kind of hard to say. It's not like I just wrote a check and all of this appeared, you know? It's like you buy a little bit here, a little bit there, and before you know it, it's a slippery slope and you've spent far too much money. But that's one of those things. Can we see third person? Oh, you mean like the exterior view? Yeah, sure. Did I do yoke cam on our landing? I'm not sure I did. Wow, that A319 looks so small, doesn't it? Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Glad to have gotten back into it tonight. I feel like I've made so many mistakes. My Unicom calls were horrific on approach. I was kind of stressing out about the landing, to be completely honest with you. So that's probably why my mind was not quite with it. Yeah, first one back after like a month, so definitely good to kind of get back into the seat and yeah, get back into it, because I've missed it. It got to about the middle of last week and I started to think like, I want to fly. I'm missing it. What eye tracker do I use? Thomas, I've got the Tobii eye tracker. Full disclosure, they sent it to me, but nevertheless I do really like it, and I genuinely think it's a good product. So yeah, take that for what it's worth, but I really, really like it. Very, very cool. Right, folks, it is 11 PM, and I'm very, very aware of a bottle of red wine that is currently in my kitchen. So, we've signed up to this thing called Wine 52, and we always forget to unsubscribe to it, and like every 2 months we get this case of wine turn up, and we're like, oh, it's like it's Christmas, but of course it's not, we've paid for it. And the wine's actually quite bad. I don't think we've had a decent bottle in a long time. And every time we're like, we must unsubscribe, this is awful. But lo and behold, it's arrived again. So, oh, there you go, Philip. That's all your excuses for the landing then. Yeah. Brilliant. But yeah, I must unsubscribe from that Wine 52. I'm fairly certain it's just rubbish wine that they try and sell you a story on, but actually it's just cheap rubbish wine that no one really wants. Like, they write all this stuff on the back, like, you know, notes of this and scents of so and so, and it's like, yeah, but it tastes horrible. So I don't know, maybe I'm just not sophisticated enough. I kind of feel like if I was to go and buy a bottle of cheap rubbish from the supermarket, I would enjoy it a lot more. Maybe that's just me. Island Sim Pilot, seconds of Toby. There you go. Yeah, really nice bit of kit. Right, folks. It's almost bedtime, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all very much indeed. Sorry for the mistakes. I feel like there's been far too many of them tonight, but I kind of knew that coming into it, that there'd be a few. So there we go. We'll do better next time, and we'll, yeah, make it more of a regular fixture getting up in the sky on VATSIM. But until next time, before my voice finally gives out, I'll wish you all a very nice weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming along. Ta-ra.